Hi there, I'm Jodi. Welcome to Season 8, Episode 2 of the Great North American Stampin' Show. When you click on to all of our videos today, we're all going to be wearing our crown. Not everybody's going to have the special Burger King crown, but if you've been around for a few seasons, you know that my husband got this for me, I don't even remember, several seasons ago when I won. He came home with a Burger King crown for me. So since then, I have been wearing my Burger King crown when I win. But anyhow, all four of us are wearing crowns this week because we had the tightest race ever with episode 1 last week. Like, we were all four within just a few votes. And so we decided we would just celebrate all of us and declare all of us a winner. So episode 1 was just straight out tie, and we're really excited to kick off this season with so many likes and comments on our videos. That was very exciting for us. So we are at episode 2, and I'm excited to bring you this card tonight. I think you'll really enjoy it. Before I dive in, I just want to give you a quick reminder. If you are interested in our Simply Sweet Retreat in a Box, I personally think it's the best one we've done yet. It's got more projects than ever. It's an amazing tutorial. But registration ends April 20th. So get registered for that. There's a link right here in the description. If you want to see the specific projects, make sure you watch last week's episode because I went through and showed all of them really quickly. So I'll link that here too. All right, are you ready to get started with episode 2? Let's go. So our task for tonight is to duplicate a layout from page 42 of the January to April Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. So this is the Cute as a Bug product suite. And there's these 4 samples. I decided to base my card off of this one. So this is what gave me my inspiration. And a couple of things that really stood out to me about this is that there are different sized pieces of designer paper or layers of cardstock, but they don't necessarily all like line up. Like, it's not like one layer and then a layer that's evenly smaller on all sides. This one is a little bit of a different size and shifted over. And then you've got the bigger piece here that's altogether different as well. So just a variety of layers on here is what I saw. And then also just lots of little details, lots of depth and texture to this card. So I am using a lot of designer paper on this particular card, but if you look, this is, let me put that aside, all these pieces, so there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different pieces and layers that are going to go in another. So that would be 11 that are going to go just on the front of this card. So there's a lot to it, but yet it's still very quick and creative, really easy to duplicate. So the card base is basic beige. All of the designer paper that you see is from the Homemade Sweetness package, and you'll notice that it's a lot of the same or similar patterns to the projects that you saw in our Simply Sweet Retreat in a Box. So if you don't know about that Retreat in a Box, be sure to look at the description here, and I'll also put a link to last week's video because I shared all of the projects, a quick look at all of them last week. So I'm just going to kind of set these different pieces of designer paper on here. And if you remember from that sample, it was just different kind of offset pieces that made up that card. So if I have it lined up kind of like this, that's going to be like my starting point. And then what I want to do is just kind of take some of these and shorten it up just a little bit. So like this, I think I'll maybe cut really precisely here. I'm going to cut a little bit off just to give more variation. So this goes the whole 4 inches, which, by the way, all the measurements are down in the description too. This one's a little bit shorter, and then I want this to be just a touch shorter too. So then to keep it even, I'm just going to line these up and turn that one as well. Okay, so I've got my rough layout then. So it's going to be gingham, fruit, flowers, and then reverse order here. Now you can see that this piece of designer paper, it's Misty Moonlight, but you can see that it's got some pattern on there that gives it a little bit of texture. But what I want to do is also emboss this piece. So I've got one of our embossing folders. Honestly, I don't remember the name of it, but I do know that it is retiring. So many of our embossing folders are retiring. So make sure you take a look at that last chance list so you don't miss out on any. I'm going to go ahead and run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so you can see that little bit of texture on there. It's very just delicate, and it's not something that jumps out at you. But before I go ahead and attach it down to the basic beige card base, I'm gonna do one little thing. This is a tiny little sanding block, and watch what happens when I just very lightly run it across the raised parts of that designer paper. I think you can see the difference. Just very lightly going over that paper takes off that top layer and exposes the white core of the paper. So what does that do? It's just a really simple thing that adds a lot of depth and texture to your project. So now I'm ready to go ahead and attach this layer to the card base, and then we'll continue building with all of those layers. So offset layers, lots of depth and texture. So I'll go ahead and place this here, get it kind of centered top and bottom, and then side to side. And then I'm going to take this little piece. I'm going to start on the bottom, add my adhesive, and I'm going to just estimate, go up about that far, and then I'm going to do the edge all the way over to the edge of the card base. A lot of times we just tend to stay on that cut down layer, but I just wanted to do a little something different. So I'm extending that beyond the layer of designer paper to go right to the edge of the card base. We'll do the same thing over here. Just kind of estimating. You could measure here and here if you really wanted to make sure it was even, but I think it'll be just fine. All right, then it's just a matter of building. I'm gonna set this on here kind of lightly. I think I want it about there. So I've got my adhesive on here and I'm setting it down, but I'm doing it really lightly. I'm gonna go back and push it down in just a minute. I just kind of want to get the placement right. And then what I'm going to do here, I wanted it to not just be one strip across the middle. I wanted these two pieces separate very intentionally, just to add more depth to the card. So I'm going to go like this. This one is going to go the width of the Misty Moonlight designer paper, but I think I can go, oops, this side's going down a little bit, right about there with it. Again, I'm not pushing anything down yet because I want to make sure everything is going to fit the way I want it. So just scoot that up and tuck that under. I think it's good. So now I'll just press down. And so we've got the layers, the gingham that go all the way to the edge, and then the fruit designer paper ends there, but there's some gap on the sides here, and then the floral strips go all the way side to side, but there's that little gap in the center, just to kind of show some of the different parts and just some of that texture that's sanded and then unsanded on that background piece. So the next thing is the focal point, because as great as this all is, it's kind of busy, right? And we need to lock in on something here. So I'm going to take a piece of Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to add adhesive and place that in the center. Looks pretty centered. We'll set that there. And then where did I put it? One of the pieces in this package of designer paper is this here. This got all the jars and the little honey bear. So I am going to carefully cut down here and grab that honey right here. It's a pretty easy cut for any of these, so don't let that, you know, scare you off or anything. It's really pretty quick and easy to cut any of these out. And just a quick tip, when I do it, I tend to keep my hand pretty still, my right hand that's holding the scissors, and I just kind of move the designer paper with my left hand while that right hand is pretty stationary. I'm leaving just a tiny bit of border around the outside of the bear, just on the outside of that black line. Okay, so actually I have a little piece of strawberry slush ribbon. This ribbon is also retiring. Like I said, if you have not yet checked out the last chance list, I really encourage you to do that because there are a lot of items on there retiring, and lots of them are also pretty deeply discounted. So you're gonna wanna check that out. All right, so this is how it's lining up so far. So you can kind of see that our honey bear is going to be our focal point. It's drawing our eye to that central point in the card. So before I attach that, I want to go ahead and stamp my greeting. This is Granny Apple Green ink, the same color as that cardstock. And it says, "You're the sweetest." So I will just stamp that on this scrap of basic white. And then, oh, by the way, that is from a stamp set called Banner Sayings. So it's 14 different, really pretty small greetings on here, and it has a coordinating punch, and that is what I am using here as well. So I want to have the little flared end over on the right. I always like to hold it upside down so I can see exactly where I'm going, get the spacing that I want, and then just squeeze and pop that out. So I have this here, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of adhesive just to kind of tack it down under the bear. So I think maybe up just a little higher. Yeah, I think that's good. So then we'll attach our ribbon, and then this will go on here and kind of just set on top of that ribbon a little bit, just like that. So I've got one more little thing that I'm going to add that I think makes all the difference in the world. So there is a lot going on with the designer paper, and even though we've pulled in that cardstock and we've got that honey focal point, we've got the greeting, I found one more little step really made a big difference. So I'm taking this piece of vellum cardstock. It's somewhat transparent. You can see through it a little bit, and I'm going to slide it right under like this. It just kind of mutes that area behind it a little bit so that Granny Apple Green is just toned down a little bit. And then the fruit right in that surrounding area also tones down. So what that does is just really pops that honey to make that the focal point without the distractions of everything else behind it. Can you see the obvious difference there? Which way do you like better? Without the vellum or with the vellum? I'm going to finish the card with the vellum because that's the way I prefer, but I would definitely like to hear what you think is the better option there. Now I put the adhesive across the center and I'm setting this down into it because you'll see in a moment, you can see where that adhesive goes, but because I know it's going to be covered up by these parts, it's okay to set it on there. I'm going to put more adhesive right in that same spot and attach the ribbon. I'll just press it right down into it. And then I'll use some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back here, put some there, and then out on the little banner greeting as well. And again, that just real simple raised dimensional just adds a little bit more depth. So we'll put that on here. Where do I want to do it? I think I put the ribbon up a little higher than I wanted to. Let's see. I'm going to scoot, oops. I'm going to scoot the ribbon just a touch so that we can see it underneath the banner just a little bit. So we just have that little bit of a pink line under there like that. And my final thing on the front of this card is just to add one of the little dots. This is from the Strawberries and Dots. And I'm going to take, well, I'll use that one. Take one off of here and just add it there. Again, just another little piece to draw your eye in. The very last thing I want to show you is the inside of the card that I did on the sample that I created. Took some designer paper from this same Homemade Sweetness package and did the line sheet here, more of the gingham, and then this is cut out from that same designer paper that I cut out the honey bear. And the Sending My Love is from the same Banner Sayings stamp set. So I hope that you've enjoyed this quick and creative card and that it has inspired your creativity. There's so many things that we can get from the samples in the catalog, whether it's a color combination or just the idea to really add layers, pop things up, and just have things a little bit offset instead of always even. Go ahead and click through the links in the description, watch the other 3 videos, and then don't forget to come back and give your thumbs up vote to the card that you enjoyed the most this week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.